check. You okay? Mic check. Mic check.
Really good. One of the things Coach mentioned yesterday was just getting Zion more down the stretch in close games. Do you think that's something you guys just have to figure out? Not even, just getting back, just getting that chemistry down.
For sure. I mean, just getting him the ball. Honestly, once you get it to him, usually good things happen. So just got to find a way to get him the ball in the spots he likes to catch it.
I think you guys shot 5 of 22 in the fourth quarter. Just what you see overall during that stretch.
Just missed shots. I mean, I don't think we took any bad shots. I mean, we took pretty good shots down the stretch. A lot of open threes. They just wasn't falling.
When you do have those stretches when you aren't making shots, is that when it could be more important to get it to Zion just because he finishes so well, and if he's catching it in the paint, there's a higher probability he's scoring?
I think it goes both. Even if we are making shots, he should have the ball. I mean, he attracts so much attention on that end of the ball. People are going to help, and it's going to force them to have them kick out or whatever and have easy shots. So we got to give him the ball whether we're making shots or making shots.
Is it pretty natural, you feel like, to have someone who's as young as him have that deference? It seems like almost he would want to hear that from his teammates, right? Like for someone to be 19 and ask for the ball and be a rookie, maybe be like.
I mean, we would tell him to demand it more. Honestly, I mean, he posts up, but he can definitely be more vocal. We're not going to take it to offense or anything. He needs the ball for us to win.
As the guy who, I guess, has the offense go through him with the assist, how do you, I guess, balance that or make sure the hot hand's getting the ball or that Zion is touching it more?
Yeah, I just got to, like I said, got to manage it a little better. I'm trying to get B.I. his shots, Drew his touches, and now Zion's back, so obviously he needs the ball too. So just like you said, just trying to balance it the best way I can and make sure everybody's happy.
When you guys have a high turnover game like that, do you look at that as much style of play, or is that something you guys look at as far as we're being a little inattentive to handling the ball?
It was for sure a lot of careless turnovers yesterday. Turnovers that weren't even forced, that we just happened to dribble out of bounds, throw out of bounds. I think they scored like 25 or 30 points off our turnovers. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's probably why we lost the game.
To see the Bucks be able to retool and play the way that they are, how impressive is it just from what you've seen? Maybe if you've watched them at all this season.
I mean, they had the best record in the league. They got MVP and Giannis, so they're a great basketball team. We're gonna come out there and play hard tomorrow and see what happens.
What have you seen him do well to even expand his game? Because it seems like he's even taking it to another level.
Yeah, you can tell he's in the gym. He's always working on his game. That's not hard to see. Looks like a gym rat to me. I don't really know him personally, but just from what I see from the outside looking at.
This last stretch for you, how much do you feel like you're kind of in rhythm with your shot?
Yeah, for me, it's just about taking the right shots. Usually if my feet are set and I'm open, I'm going to make it.
Thanks, man.
How much of an adjustment period do you feel like you guys are still with getting Zion involved and getting his minutes right and all that, especially in clutch moments like that last game where you want to run the offense through him, but also get everybody else involved late in the game?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure it out. Obviously, when you put someone of his caliber, it's kind of throw him in mid-season. I think he's been with us for 6 games, I think, or 7 games, whatever it is. Definitely a process. Obviously it doesn't happen overnight, but we're learning. The spots he likes it. Trying to make sure we incorporate him into the offense as best we can, those kind of things, and play off of him. So, we're learning. Obviously, a lot of teams go through this phase during the preseason, and then like the first week or 2 of the season, and we're going through it. Game 50. So, it's a process, but, we'd rather have to worry about this and not have it.
Favors didn't play in that first time against the Bucks. How much does having a guy like him back in the lineup help?
Oh, I mean, it definitely helped. Our defense is, outstanding with him in there. I'm not sure. I forgot what they said it was, but with him on the court, our defense is amazing. So, it's gonna be good to have him in. I don't think they had one of their guys when we played them up there. So, it's going to be a battle, but it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a very competitive game. Obviously, they're got the best record in the NBA for a reason, and it's going to be a tough one. But it's going to be a good measuring stick to see where we are, full strength and everything.
What kind of weapon is it to have him and Zion out there hitting the offensive boards the way they have these past few games? It seems like whenever they're out there, they're just always on the offensive boards.
It was good just because that's easy points or that's extra possessions for us. Most of the time, the team that gets up the most shots, wins. So it's good to have them out there. Zion just offensive rebound. The rebound is his own shots. D-Fade just cleaning up the offensive and defensive glass always helps. So having those two out there has been amazing for us, on the glass, and hopefully we can keep it up.
Has it been surprising to see with like such a small sample size the amount of attention defensively like Zion gets, like even without like people having much tape on him at this level yet?
I don't think so. People were able to see a little glimpse. Preseason obviously is preseason, but he was doing some of those stuff against Rudy Gobert, who was a Defensive Player of the Year. I forgot what other teams he played in the preseason, but he did it against valid bigs, top bigs. So it's not surprising. He's a once in a generation type player. So that's good for us because he's able to make the right play. And at 19, that's hard to do. But if he has a shot, he's going to take it. If he doesn't, he's going to make sure he tries to find the right pass. So it's a benefit to us. Teams giving them that much attention.
I feel like we've seen you at power forward a fair amount this year when you guys kind of go to those four guard lineups.
Mm-hmm.
What is it just like being 6'5" and playing that much up?
It's kind of regular to me, and I've done it since high school, college, obviously, Coach Wright in Villanova known for 4 guard lineups, so I did it there. Did it, 2 years, my 2 years in LA, I did, that same role, so, it's kind of just my role, rather than, I'll go in at, no, not really too much of the one, but, 2, 3, 4, and on defense, there was games up, you'll see me guarding the point guard, and then that same game, 3 minutes later, you see me, match up on the 4-man. So that's just my style, just trying to be as versatile as I can to help the team. I'm comfortable with it. It's something I'm always used to doing.
How much does it help when you guys can switch 1 through 4 or maybe 1 through 5 from time to time, like that when you do have those 4 guard lineups?
It definitely helps. It allows us to be a little more aggressive. Allows us to be quicker. Especially when we're able to get the defensive rebound, that fast break push, especially with Zion pushing it, B.I. Zoe, myself, Drew, whoever it is, pushing the ball. It helps us defensively, helps us offensively get, in a little bit of a rhythm. So it's fun. We like playing that kind of style, and it's no offense to Derek or Jackson or Ja, none of those guys. We're definitely, with that lineup, definitely faster.
What do you think on some of these plays when you see Zoe throw these full court alley-oops to Zion and see connect? It seems like every other game they connect on.
I'm used to it. I've been with Zoe for my 3rd year now, so I see him make full court lobs, 3/4 court lobs, whether that's to Kuz, Zion, Bron. I've seen it a lot. So. It's kind of regular to me, so I'm kind of just, when it happens, I don't really think about it much, and I have to look at my phone, and everyone's, tweeting or, posting on Instagram, just like 3/4 court lob, and I'm just looking like, oh, I didn't even realize at the time how crazy it was, but, he's Zoe has a gift for passing the ball, or you have amazing vision, amazing accuracy, and then, it's a little easy when you can just throw it anywhere in the gym and Zion goes gets it.
Appreciate you.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Hello.
Yeah, you got that.
You want me to come up a little bit? Okay.
There you go. There you go. I want the light, to shine on you. Thank you, Scott.
After looking at the film from yesterday, anything kind of stand out in particular that you?
Same thing I said. I mean, nothing has changed. You know, I didn't think we had the right approach. That's why I took a timeout less than 2 minutes into the game. You know, self-inflicted most of the turnovers. You know, they weren't forced turnovers. We went back and looked at every single one of them today, and I just didn't think we had the right. Energy is not the word, but I didn't think that our focus was there to start the game. You know, that being said, I still think if we eliminate the turnovers, we would have had an opportunity to win the game.
And you said in the fourth quarter, too, you got a little stagnant. Do you think, just the way they play defense kind of?
No, I don't think so. I mean, everybody talks about the switching defense, but, you know, they played that way in the other games, and we scored plenty of points to win. You know, you just got to, you know, but if the point differential is 25 in turnovers, you know, you're probably going to have a very difficult time winning the game. You know, you go back and look, it wasn't like they shot lights out or anything. Obviously, Harden made 7 threes or whatever, but they didn't shoot lights out. I mean, they shot 51 threes and made 15 of them. You know, so the opportunities are there, but when we're turning over the ball the way we did, you just don't allow yourself an opportunity to, you know, you have 23 turnovers, there's 23 more opportunities that you give them. And when you think about what happened in the first half, they had 1 turnover. You know, we had 14, I think. And so that's just too much of a discrepancy to beat a good basketball team.
You think it's fairly natural just for someone who's 19 like Zion, like the deference at times?
Oh, I think it's a process. You know, I do think it's a process. And I think, you know, with him, expectations are so high that everybody forgets he's a 19-year-old kid. He's played 5 games, I guess, or whatever in the NBA now. So it's a learning process for him too. And I don't, you know, I understand that, and I think, you know, as the media and as fans, I think you got to understand that too. That he's 19-year-old. He's played 5 NBA games. Preseason, you know, I mean, preseason is the preseason, but I'm talking about actual NBA games, and I think he's learning every game. And he's shown just on raw talent, you know, what he can be. So we have to give him that chance to learn and grow and move forward.
You think? Just quick follow-up. I was just going to say, given that demeanor, I mean, you feel like he wanted kind of a green light to be more ball dominant at times, or call for the ball?
Oh no, I mean, I think he is who he is, and that'll all come. You know, I mean, that will all come. You know. He's not going to go out there and say, throw the ball to me every time. You know, that's just not who he is. And he's going to always defend his teammates, and that's what makes him who he is right now.
Alvin, at this stage, do you have to do specific things to keep him engaged, or do you just kind of go with the natural flow of the offense?
No, I mean, and we'll do that, and we've already got that in, you know, in our game plan right now. But, you know, you got to also be careful as a coach, too, to not try to spoon feed somebody into being something that they will eventually be, but has to grow into that right now. So, you know, he's fine, guys. You know, I mean, we should be so lucky to have somebody that, you know, is in the process of growing and can still get 21 and 10, you know. It's not going to happen night in and night out yet, but he's been pretty doggone consistent, if you ask me, for what he brings to the table. So, you know, we got to allow him an opportunity to grow as a player, because he's going to do that, and understand that he is a 19-year-old kid playing in the NBA. Been a lot of guys that have struggled, you know. I mean, Kobe did it, you know, and you go back and look at some of the other guys that, you know, came in as young players, and you have to grow into that, you know, that person and that player that you're going to become.
When you're talking about turnover now, are you seeing that more mental than physical? Or?
No, the way we play, obviously we're going to have more turnovers, but I just think we had too many just unforced live turnovers yesterday, dribbling the ball just out of bounds, fumbling the ball right into their hands, you know, passing the ball on outlet passes. you know, behind someone that wasn't looking. Those are the kind of ones that I think we have to eliminate. There's no reason for us to have those turnovers, but we are going to have some turnovers. We're outrunning. Zoe's probably going to have a couple of turnovers trying to throw ahead to our bigs. That's understandable, but we just can't have the unforced, mental mistakes. I think that's the ones we got to get rid of. I think we're playing good basketball, but 23 turnovers, 28 points or whatever, it's hard to overcome.
Obviously, he's an elite rebounder so far in his minutes, but how does the attention that he draws on that side help the rest of the team? Because you guys have been an outstanding rebound team since he's been
Yeah, I think anytime you have, a guy that, that they're game planning for, it should help other guys out on the floor. And the other thing is that we made that a point of emphasis that we have to be better at rebounding, since that, that debacle that we had against, I think it was Denver, and we've done a better job with that. We have done a better job.
And just in general, a lot of people are making a big deal about Houston playing the all 6'5" and under guys lineup. Do you think that's something we'll see more teams lean into as kind of the small ball thing becomes, more?
If you got good small ball players, you play small ball. If you got, good big players, you play good. You try to get your best players out on the floor. And, obviously they feel comfortable playing that way. They're a low turnover team because they don't pass the ball very much, and they run a lot of ISOs, and they got probably the best ISO player in the NBA. So understand why they play that way. We played against them before and been fine against them. It doesn't matter what you do, or if they're playing small ball, big ball, no ball at all if you're turning the ball over. You just can't turn it over at the rate that we're going and be able to be successful.
We've seen Lonzo find Zion a couple times, from 50, 60 feet away already. What do you just think about the chemistry that they have?
Well, I think that's developing, and we feel that way, and we like to have those two guys out on the floor, together as much as possible, which is one of the reasons we take Zoe out early on in the middle of the first so that he can go back in the second, when Zion come back, because we think they're developing a good chemistry together.
What do you think about the way Milwaukee was able to lose some guys in free agency last year, retool, and seems like they're still one?
You're not retooling if you got Giannis, okay? Okay. Retooling when you lose Giannis. You don't lose Giannis, you're not retooling, okay? He's the MVP of the league. That's all you need to know. And obviously they got other very good players, Chris Middleton's all-star. Bledsoe is, having a great year. They have a big guy that create havoc because he's a three-point shooter, so he's got your big guy away from the basket a lot. So, there's a reason that they got the best record in the NBA because they do a great job defensively, and they're very good at spreading the floor, and they've got size, and they got the MVP in the league. So it's understandable where they are right now from a record standpoint.
From your standpoint, where do you feel like Giannis has taken the biggest step? Because it seems like he's even gotten better.
Well, he's gotten better at shooting the ball, number one, and that helps. And, the players around him are really solid and good. And they're not asking him to do everything for that team, Had a guy the other night on that team to get 51, that's a lot of help, So, they're just a very solid, good basketball team that don't beat themselves. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.